subject line of the email.
Yeah. Oh, there was more?
But there really wasn't.
Matt, did you read the email about the Kia? No. No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Matt, do you know how to read?
I'm a project manager. Why did I turn southern all of a sudden?
Yeah, you can.
Presley did that the other night. We were watching Princess and the Frog, and all of a sudden she gets up with a southern accent. She's like, "Well, I need to go to the bathroom."
Wow. Nice. Wee-haw.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, me and Cody rode by some mansions yesterday, and one of them looked like a plantation.
You did.
And I asked him, like, when you buy a house like that, do you adopt a southern accent?
Yeah, automatically.
Mm-hmm. Did it come with a banjo player out front?
No, the banjo player couldn't afford that neighborhood.
No. It just comes with a house.
No,
okay.
yeah,
It's
part
just
of the house.
dude that, like...
He lives there. And
Yeah. He doesn't do anything for you, but he won't leave, so... You just gotta...
But he's a hell of a banjo player.
You gotta know that...
Imagine when you're on that walk with the real estate agent, and it's all bing, 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 and you walk by, and you're like, what's going on with the banjo?
This is Cletus. He comes with the house. Do I have to? Can I release him? You can try.
Cletus has been here since 1928.
Yeah.
No
one understands it.
Yeah, no one's been
Cletus
able to.
is only 15 years old. Yeah. He's been here 100 years.
He's
Well,
been in a time warp.
Benjamin Button syndrome.
Mm-hmm. Back and forth. Benjamin Button. He gets old. He gets young. He grows old. He grows young. Back and forth. Benjamin Button. It's a new movie. The hashtag, that's my idea.
Is that the sequel?
That's the sequel. Is he had a kid with that one chick, and it's back and forth Benjamin Button. He just gets old. He gets young. He just doesn't. He never dies, though. That's so stupid.
It's lame. Because once you get old, you're like, I just want to die.
Yeah,
I don't
but
want to go
you're
through
born,
over
you're
again.
born, you're
Not
born
if-
old.
No,
Not
I
if you're
know.
not if you're going to
but
grow
if-
young again.
But I'm saying,
Like
but
if
when
you're
you're
like
on
at
the-
90, it just starts going backwards.
Yeah.
And it starts feeling
I
better every
guess
day.
maybe. I guess because if I could go back and be 40 again, I would be in better shape than I am now.
That's what you look back to is 40.
Jesus.
Oh, I know. Wow. I look back to like 25.
Yeah, I'm going like
25.
22, bro.
Dude, no, 25. Man, 25. I wasn't great. I mean, 30. When I hit 30, and like we've talked about it before. I did not care whether or not I lived or died. like I was going to the gym, working out, and I didn't
Supplement City.
riding the motorcycles. Like I was. I think 30 was good. 30 was good. What's up, E? Oh, let me pull that.
I just wanted to. I liked the idea of back and forth Benjamin Button. They had a good ring to it, and that's my idea.
Was in their song back and forth.
Oh, that's yeah. That's
Like Aaliyah or something.
No. That's Wu-Tang.
Is it?
Yeah, that's Wu-Tang, dude.
I don't know Wu. I didn't grow up on the clan.
That's the gravel pit.
Are you sure?
I knew I was waiting. I was waiting. I was like, it's coming. It's coming. All right, you guys ready? All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, it is 6:30 Monday night. We are live on YouTube in the studio. People are rolling in on the live stream. What is up, guys? Duty Driven's here. Elam's here. Good to have you guys here. I'm sure the rest of the crew will show up in just a minute when they get their notification. We had an interview scheduled tonight. It got canceled, and that's
again.
And that's why we don't usually promote who's coming up next, because this does happen on a semi-regular basis.
With this particular person, especially.
When before we get started, though, I forgot to mention. I wanted to mention that the guys over at Overland Express Rally guys, we interviewed them a little while ago, and they sent us swag bags with shirts and stickers and patches and stuff. And these guys,
Very much obliged.
yeah, very cool. I've already put a sticker up on the board here. I got to figure out where to put these on the truck, but
I have the patches on my.
do you?
Headliner.
You know, that's one the headliner on the Ford, and you guys can say whatever you want, but the headliner on the Ford,
It's subpar.
it's a better quality material, so it doesn't the Velcro doesn't stick.
How's that better if you can't put patches up there?
Because that's not what the freaking headboard's made for.
What's it made for?
Protecting your
Patches.
head, boarding your head.
Patches.
We don't need no stinking patches. So thanks again to the Express Rally guys. If you haven't checked them out, go listen to the interview we did with them, and they'll talk to you about the stuff that they do. They put on some pretty good events.
Dave says he'll jump in if you want to interview him.
Who did?
Nissan Nation.
What?
He says I'll jump in.
Well, what are you gonna talk about? More Nissan stuff? Nobody cares.
Even I'm burned out on Nissan. I mean, we talked about my truck enough.
You got some more Frontier news?
Although
There are photos coming out now.
Are they really?
are there really?
Yeah, I saw. It was on my Google yesterday. It's very Titan-like.
Yeah, well, isn't that kind of the thing? They're going to be, I think more Titan-like, right? Isn't that the?
Well, it would make sense. It's like I thought the idea was they were going to share a frame, but they kept the same frame, right? Same
How could
Frontier.
the Titan and the Frontier were going to share a
You know
frame?
what? No. That's what the next gen Tacoma and Tundra are. They're going to share the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that seems like counterintuitive that you're going to put a Tundra on the same frame rails that a Tacoma would be on.
It would benefit the Tacoma, right? Because it's like a heavier duty built truck.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I don't know how it all works. I'm no car scientist.
I'm no truck frame.
Yeah, truck frame expert.
no truck frame scientist. Hold on a sec. I tell you what, this is my glasses situation is getting horrible to the point where like I can't even see what's on the computer screen up here, and I forgot to grab my glasses. So
See, it does share the same frame. See, I was right.
does it really?
I'm right 80% of the time. I'm right 100% of the time.
Yeah, 80% of the time I'm right. Hold on 1 second. All right, so we were just chatting back and forth with Dave from Nissan Nation Productions. He's on the live feed. If you guys are on a Monday night, if you got nothing else to do, it's not like Monday Night Football's on, or are there even baseball games on Monday nights now?
I don't even know, dude.
I mean, whatever.
There's sports.
Yeah,
Yes.
whatever. It's baseball, whatever. So we do have a topic we're going to talk about, and it's going to be, I think, much to Matt's chagrin. I'm expecting Matt to be the counter argument to this. Jose and I are on the same page on this one.
Either that or I could just leave. Either way,
You could.
You guys
I mean,
tell me.
you
I
want
don't
to
know.
go in the other room, hang out with Presley, and then we'll call you when we're done.
She looked like she was watching some cartoons like Transformers or like
It was probably Vampirina or no, she was
it
Magic School Bus.
It was like a new cartoon, but it looked like old GI Joe.
It's not new. It's the Magic School
I
Bus.
expected the Cobra Commander to come out from behind the bus.
It's Magic School Bus from back.
I mean, I'll go over there and just wait. Like, what if he does? Then all of a sudden, it's a cool cartoon, for sure.
So today we're going to talk about a post I put up on the Trailchasers blog. You can go to trailchasers.net/blog and find out. We don't put a lot of stuff up there. We're trying to get to do more of it. I want to try to make it a weekly thing, but there's been a lot of stuff going on lately. So if you want to read the transcript of this, you can go check it out at the blog post, but here it goes. So anyone that has listened to the show has heard Matt and Jose give me a hard time about my old broken down body. We laugh about and openly mock my inability to walk because of my 2 surgically repaired Achilles tendons. But what we don't talk about is the toll it's taken on me both mentally and physically. We don't talk about it on the show because, let's face it, that part isn't funny, and our goal is to make you laugh and have a good time. Although I think you guys think it's
I
funny.
think it would be
what
funny.
what are we doing right here?
Yeah,
You trying to bring people down?
Yeah, we're gonna bring it down. We're gonna bring people down. With that
I'm
said,
gonna go watch some cartoons.
so the background
We'll
here,
be back.
yeah, the background here is that I grew up as a very active athlete, and you wouldn't know it by looking at me now, but I played football and baseball well into my 20s. I surfed and skated, and I rode dirt bikes, and I loved the outdoors. Even in my late 30s, when I met Tammy, I was going to the gym at least 5 days a week. And you know what? I felt good about it. There was a decent amount of my self-confidence attributed to my physical capabilities, and that is until I got into my 40s. And it's all
you made the team and then you stopped trying out.
No, I was still working, man. I was still trying, but
That's what happened to me. I made the team.
Dude, so when
Effort went down.
when
Got that first contract signed.
yeah,
Guaranteed money.
yeah, you were in.
I'm
You were in.
out,
No,
dude.
I tried to keep playing and make the team, but I was physically not able to. I started having pain in my left ankle in my 40s, and it was constant. Even when I wasn't doing anything active, it hurt. But I took the old school blue collar, rub some dirt on an approach, and my father taught me that, and I just kept powering through. And I was told it was tendinosis in the left leg, but I thought I could work hard enough and go through physical therapy and all that stuff and kind of make it through. But at age 44, I ruptured my right Achilles tendon while trying to play flag football with some buddies.
I was about to say, I'm like, just for the record, can you state how you,
you
ruptured your?
I got this job at this company, and they wanted to do a flag football team with the company, and everybody was like, and I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it at all. I was like, dude, I don't have time. I'm old. I don't feel like it. I knew my left ankle was hurting, so I got swindled into doing it. And day one, and this is probably the worst part of this story. First practice, our first game, we show up a little early, and I'm running drills and throwing the ball around, and I'm backpedaling, and I plant my right foot, and my heel goes into the hole where a sprinkler was, and it popped. You could hear it. I could feel it. The girl that was 10 feet away from me said she heard it. I hit the ground, and I knew exactly what it was. It felt like someone kicked me in the side of the calf, and I felt the pain all the way up into my hip. And it wasn't painful in that, like, oh my God, it hurts really bad, but it was so weird to try to stand. Like, I couldn't stand up. Like, you couldn't, like, your leg is worthless at that point because there's nothing tying it all together.
Well, Kobe finished out his.
He finished his free throws.
his foul shots.
Yeah.
So,
he
R.I.P. Kobe.
yeah, for sure. So I
don't know what that says about you.
That says that I'm not a professional athlete. That's what. But so after 5 years of pain in my left ankle, I ended up rupturing the right ankle. So in 2017, the downward spiral started. I had reconstructive surgery on the now ruptured right ankle. I went through rehab while still fighting the pain in the left ankle. In 2019, when my right ankle was strong enough, I had surgery to repair the left ankle, and again went through rehab. The problem is it's been almost a year, and my ankle still hurts almost all the time. So as you can imagine, my physical activity and exercise over the last few years has come to a complete halt, and with it, a good portion of how I felt. Like, it was so difficult to do stuff. I remember even, like, Tammy, she's like, oh, let's go to Disneyland for the day. And I was like, yeah, let's go. And just knowing, like,
You're already planning out the milligrams?
No, yeah. I know I got to have a bottle of Advil, and, like, it's just going to be a horrible, horrible day. But so I've been struggling for a while to find a way to stay active without having to endure any more pain in my ankle than necessary. So I'm going to start the process of doctor visits and rehabs and stuff. All this when the COVID's over, I need to go back and have them look at it again. But in the meantime, I want to feel the exhilaration of exercise and a sense of accomplishment. I don't want to be gasping for breath at the top of a flight of stairs. And damn it, I want some physical fitness back in my life through adventure and outdoor exercise and outdoor adventuring. So in order to get myself off the couch and out into the world, I pulled the trigger on a new gravel bike. And what is a gravel bike? It's a bike that's got the riding position of a road bike, like the bent over guys running in the spandex, moving real fast. But it's got a little bit more suspension and fatter tires to be able to handle some of the dirt roads. And it's not like a full-on mountain bike.
There's no suspension. It's just tires are
the tires, and the frame is built to be a little bit more flexy. So the carbon forks and aluminum frame are meant to be a little bit more flexy, but not like full suspension. So with that, it's think of it as like your daily driver, like it's a regular daily driver bike that you can take out on some trails. It's not a sports car, but it's not a rock crawler either.
It's your Jeep Wrangler Sport.
Yeah. So it's my new do-it-all adventure cycle, and after a whole lot of research, yes, there were spreadsheets involved, absolutely. I landed on the REI Co-op ADV 2.2 bike. This bike was way out of my price range initially, but due to COVID, there's a major shortage of bicycle and bicycle components all over the world, and the cheaper bikes went quickly, and I was told that they may be back in stock at the end of the year. And Jose, you and I have had this conversation.
There's nothing in stock, dude.
There's nothing. I was at a bike shop the other day picking up some parts, and I was telling the guy I was trying to find a bike for Tammy, and he's like, you got to go above $2,000. I'm like, I don't want to go above $2,000, but basically any bike from $100 to $1,000 is sold out. And it's sold out on every online platform. It's sold out everywhere, unless it's like a specialty bike, like a specialty downhill, but well, downhill bikes are more than that. But so yeah, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous because so many of the parts and components are made overseas, and with COVID, that stopped. And then on the flip side, so that's the supply side that shut down.
But a lot of the frames are made in the same factory too.
Yeah. The Giant makes a crap ton of. They make the frame for that one. So the production shuts down for a while. In the meantime, everybody that's working from home now or has to go to work and doesn't want to ride the subway, they're all buying bikes. So the one bike I wanted before this one, I found it, I want to say in like Tennessee or something, and it was in stock, and I called. I was like, hey man, how you doing? Just checking stock.
Sold already, bro.
No, he's like, yeah, I got it right here. I'm looking at it. I'm like, how much will it cost for you to ship it to me in Southern California?
It's like $300, dude.
He was like, I won't ship it. I'm like, you won't ship it to me? He's like, I can't keep my local customers happy. We're not shipping out. He said, we get calls 3 times a day from people that want a bike shipped. And I'm like, I get it. You're a local shop. You have to maintain
Dude, they're all about their local business.
Yeah, well, and if their local community goes in there and all their bikes are gone because they shipped them out to California,
buy somewhere else.
Yeah. So I mean, I get it. So I ended up pulling the trigger on this bike, and in the long term, I'm super happy that I did. Like, I'm super happy that I went a little bit more than my price range to get what I got, because I think it's forcing me to do it.
So a couple of years ago for Christmas, we bought the boys bikes, and I was like, I want to ride bikes with the kids. So I bought from Dick's, like a
Nishiki.
Yeah. It's like $300, $350 bike, mountain bike. I wonder what I can get for that now. Like,
yeah, seriously.
I've only ridden it like a total of 5 miles.
Dude, that's like a $600 bike.
Yeah, even on like Offer Up and Let Go, I was looking for a while, and people were asking retail price for a 1-year-old bike. I'm not even kidding, dude. Like, wow. you could probably sell it and make some money off of that thing right now. So I picked up the bike in July, on July 3rd, 2020. And as of this article, 11 days after that, I had ridden 79 miles. As of today, and we're recording this on July 27th, I have ridden a total of 181 miles and spent 14 hours and 1 minute on that bike. If you had asked me a month ago, if I could ride 79 miles or 180 miles, I would absolutely have said, no way. There's no possible way I could do that. And while it definitely feels like a workout when I'm riding it, I'm absolutely loving it. And I try to wake up early in the morning before the girls wake up, and I go for a ride. I put a brake light and a headlight on the bike, and I ride and I've got a bunch of mapped out tracks. I use the same mapping application.
Of course you do.
I use the same mapping application for off-road trips to do the rides. And so I try to pick routes that are pretty random, and I like to go to different places, hard pack, dirt, and street stuff. And I get to feel like I'm pushing myself physically. I can do it without much pain, even though it still hurts a little bit. And while I ride and watch the sun come up, I get a chance to think, to feel the blood rushing through my body again. And for the first time in a long time, I feel proud to have accomplished something physical in nature. I know I'm not winning any races or completing in any Tour de France's or whatever, but it's the most activity I've been able to do in a long time, and I'll take it for now. So why does this matter, Cody? Why are you telling me about this, your bad ankles and a bicycle on your off-road podcast? Well, listener, because it speaks to the core of the Trailchasers mission. Inspire others to go out and chase their adventure. We've never limited the definition of adventure to just off-road vehicles, and we never will. Adventure can be any type of vehicle: hiking, climbing, water sports, or bike riding. For a long time, I felt like my ability to exercise and, quote, adventure was hampered because of some physical limitations, and it took me a long time to figure out a way to get over that hurdle mentally and physically. Part of it was that I didn't want to spend the money on an expensive bike, especially if I didn't like riding it, and I didn't want to see the money just sit there. But now I wish I had done it 2 years ago. I wish I had not let my ankles be an excuse to keep me on the couch. I don't claim to be a motivator or a fitness guru. I can only speak to my experiences on this earth, and everyone has differing obstacles to overcome. But if someone were to ask, I would say this: regardless of your limitations, there's something you can do, and regardless of your situation, there's a step you can take. Regardless of how you feel, there's a part of you that can overcome it. And regardless of who you are today, you can still shape who you are tomorrow. You just got to take that first step to get out there. So I hope that my passion for writing grows, and it has over the last couple weeks. I hope I stick to it for the long term, and I want to be able to ride 50, 60, maybe even 70 miles a week. And it's going to be a challenge, both physically and how I manage my time. But right now, I'm up for the challenge. Right now, I want to be more than I've been lately, and this two-wheeled torture contraption may just be the way to do it. So if you want to do something more, put on some spandex, strap on a helmet, and join me for a ride. So that was the blog post from July 15th or whatever that was. And I have to say, I've ridden the bike almost every day. Jose and I rode together yesterday. We did 13 miles, and it was fun as hell. It was a fun 13 miles. So for those of you, have you heard of the Citrus State Historical Park?
No, you told me about it yesterday.
Oh, that's right. So there's down in Riverside, Southern California, Riverside, there's this park that's it's about the history of the citrus fields and the oranges and stuff. So we started down there and rode through all those citrus fields and farms and the giant houses and tennis courts, and it was just cool. And as we're riding, I had told Jose, hey, I got this mapped out. I'm not really sure, what it's going to be like. And then every once in a while we'd come up to a hill and he'd be like, oh, damn it, Cody. And we'd have to climb all the way up a hill. But there was at one point when we came out of that neighborhood, we climbed up through this hill in this neighborhood, and there was this really long descent down. And I got up to 30 miles an hour downhill on the bike, and he passed me on his bike. Yeah. And,
I'm big, but I move.
Yeah, the gravity gets a hold of him and just takes him.
I have a bigger pull.
Takes him going. But it is. Jose had made the comment, like, when you're riding a bike, you feel like you're a kid again, and I kind of do. Like, I feel like, bunny hopping over little things, and I've told Tammy that riding the bike. I've lived in this neighborhood in Eastvale, the city, since 2001. So 19 years I've lived in this city. There is so much of this city that I've either never seen or never seen in this way when you're riding a bike. Like you drive through a neighborhood and you don't even see half the stuff that's there. When you're riding a bike at 13 miles an hour, you get the chance to look at things. You get to what's over here, and I'll just explore and hang a right and go into a neighborhood and see some stuff and find. I have one route I mapped out for all the parks in Eastvale. There's 12 of them. And I literally just ride from park to park to park to park and just kind of see all the different neighborhoods. And it's really cool. I found a place I call Buddy Alley. Like in the mornings, there's a between Eastvale and then what's Ontario now. There's a border. There's a street, and you can't really drive on the street or go it. But there's this one street dead ends, and then there's a dirt path that goes over a wash, and then now you're in the other city. And so that dirt path and that little alley, there's tons of rabbits out in the morning, just running around in the morning. I've taken Presley over there to show her. But those are the kind of things you don't notice when you're driving around in a car. You just try to get someplace.
Yeah, the Santa Ana River Trail.
Yes.
There's tons of rabbits right there, dude, in the morning. So if I'm riding to work, man, those rabbits run pretty fast.
I heard there's wild pigs in the Santa Ana River.
Really?
Yeah, you can hunt them. Literally, you can hunt them over in Miraloma.
What?
I swear to God, that's what I heard.
Who told you this?
I don't want to say because now I feel like maybe I'm getting punked.
I don't know about that, dude.
Although the Santa Ana River Trail down here, like if you go down to the Santa Ana River Trail near Archibald, there's a couple spots where you can jump off the trail, and there's a whole, like I showed you on a map, there's a whole bunch of like hiking areas. Like you can go, that's all you basically get all the way down to the river, and walk around back there. The girls and I went there one morning on a Sunday. But it was again, this has been a kind of a really cool change for me to be able to do physical stuff, and although I don't look any different, I feel different. I don't want to jinx it, but I feel like it's making my legs stronger. My ankle has been hurting less, and I'm now ready to start the next phase, which I need to get these two guys on board with, and that's the full-fledged mountain bike.
Dude, I'm on board. It's just I can't find a bike.
Yeah. So I am fully ready.
Yeah, I have a mountain bike, like I said, but it's like a beginner bike. I don't think it's made for fat guys to go barreling down a mountain on.
Well, ultimate goal is, if you guys go look up on YouTube for like mountain bike downhill or mountain bike flow trails, and these guys are on full suspension mountain bikes coming down at 50 miles an hour, hitting a jump for 30 yards, going into a berm, hitting another jump. I mean, it is insane. It looks like so much fun. I have no delusions that that's ever what I'll be able to do. Like, I will be going downhill and getting bunny hops over like 2-inch rocks like that. I recognize that's all, but I think, the off-roading basically on a bike just seems like so much fun to me. I rode motorcycles and dirt bikes for a long time, and that was fun. I enjoyed it. But something about the simplicity of and lightness and nimbleness of a bike doing the same thing going downhill really, really appeals to me, and I really want to do it. I think that's going to be my next big purchase is a mountain bike. I just don't know what kind, and I don't want to spend a lot of money, but I don't know.
So the problem is there's a medium and large frame mountain bikes are like kind of like the more common ones.
Yeah. So
those are the ones that sell out fat. And like all the entry level ones are all sold out already.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's either you go all in.
Yeah.
On like a $3,000 or $4,000 bike. You could find them for like $2,000.
15. I was gonna say
high 1,000s, low $2,000.
I can show you. I can show you a spreadsheet where I found a bunch, in the $700 to $1,000 range. But that's the other thing. Like, you look at these bikes, man. These bikes go up to $7,000-$8,000.
No. They go, dude.
I know.
There's a specialized. I forgot what the model is, but it's a hardtail.
Really?
It's a hardtail. It's like a World Cup race bike. It's $11,000.
Holy crap!
It's fully carbon fiber.
Yeah.
Like a huge, like 160 mil fork in the front, like the newer Fox 36 fork. Everything's carbon fiber. The wheel set is like carbon fiber.
That's crazy.
It weighs like 20 pounds.
Yeah, that's crazy. And even like what would be like an entry level suspension bike can be $2-3 grand, $2,500, right? And it's the technology is really cool. They've got the forks in the front. Matt keeps shaking his head. No, the forks in the front.
The technology, you still got to pedal that shit. I don't care. It's still got 2 wheels. I still have to provide the power for it.
But that's kind of the deal.
$2,000 for that. Like, in reality, the $350 I spent on the bike that's sitting in my garage, now I'm starting to feel better about, like, God, thank God I only spent $350 on that thing, because, I might get motivated and start riding it, because, I'm not in the field anymore, so I really am out of shape. I literally get out of breath going upstairs in my own house. I know.
That's how I was feeling.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not going to spend $1,500. If I'm going to put $1,500 into my dirt bike.
What
before I do anything.
What does that get you?
Well, it needs a tune-up, and the carburetor's leaking. That's probably $500, but that'll get me a new exhaust.
So you could sell the dirt bike
and a paddle on a rim, like already, another rear.
Yeah, you could
rim.
sell a dirt bike and get you could get a great street bike, a road bike for exercise, and a great mountain bike.
Never.
It's crazy too.
Sell
Like,
my trade my dirt bike for something I got to pedal.
I watch a lot of mountain bike videos on YouTube, and like the mountain bike industry right now is blowing up.
Yeah,
it's blowing up, dude. And then there's a lot of straight to consumer brands coming out, like you can buy directly from the manufacturer, because typically it'd be distributed, right? Like all the big name brands, like
they go to a retail box.
You got to go to an authorized dealer. But right now, there's so many brands coming out. Like even Walmart. So Walmart came out with a brand. It's called
Is that the North? No,
no. It starts with a B.
Bianchi?
No, that's with a B. Boy.
Beyonce. Yeah.
But this one starts with a V as in Victor.
Oh, well, you
Sorry.
speak Spanish.
Sorry.
I didn't. It came out the same.
Sorry, my accent's coming out. With the V as in Victor. I forgot what it's called, but they just mountain bike, the global mountain bike channel on YouTube. They just compared that Specialized mountain bike I was telling you about.
Vitus.
No, it's not that one. They sell it through Walmart. Walmart's created this brand. It's like 85% of the Specialized for $6,000 instead of $11,000.
Yeah,
but it's just you're buying a bike from Walmart.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people probably don't like that.
The bike situation and Duty Driven was saying that you get what you pay for when you buy a bike.
In the bike world, that's exactly how it works, dude. You do get what you pay for.
Yeah, again, I wanted to spend $300 on a bike, right? Like Matt did. And I'm realizing now that had I done that, I would have, because I'm riding so much, I would have quickly gone, oh man, I made a mistake. I should have spent more money on that.
Yeah.
Now with that said, there are like Bikes Direct is a website that never has anything in stock.
You got too much money. That's what it sounds like
that
to me.
Never has anything in stock, but they have bikes that are spec'd out at the $1,000 range that they're selling for $400 because they're knockoff brands. They're not a known brand, but they're using the same components as a lot of these other ones. So there's that one, and there's a new brand called Polygon that is similar to that, where it's made overseas, similar components, but much cheaper. But I'm thinking, I'm definitely thinking that I want to get a mountain bike for both the like trail riding exercise stuff and having some fun downhill. I mean, nothing, Matt. Like, you're not even engaging in the conversation.
What would you like me to say?
Well, so why won't you do it?
You wouldn't even entertain the idea
of mountain biking,
yeah.
So if you had a bike, let's say you didn't have to buy the bike.
Say the bike was given to you.
Let's say you didn't have to buy the bike.
I have a bike.
No,
you guys are trying to sell me on like. That's what I'm hearing is I'm so happy I spent the money, whatever ungodly amount. You obviously paid for your bike. It sounds like you're justifying it. Like, I'm so happy I had to spend the money, whatever you spent on this. And it's like, okay.
Well, so
you tell yourself that.
Yeah.
I got some crystals I'd like to sell you. Cheap. I got some
special essential oils.
What'd you say? Yeah, exactly. I got some other stuff. I don't know. And like I said, I rode my bike for like a week or two. Dude, it's fun. It is a lot of fun. But I'm not smitten like you guys are smitten with your bicycles. You guys will come back down to earth probably in about a month from now, and then it's kind of like when you first get a dirt bike. And you're like, oh man,
I'm gonna go riding every weekend.
You know who needs to get a dirt bike too? And then you try and sell your buddy.
Dude, you've been trying to sell me on a mountain or a dirt bike for how many months now?
Well,
exactly.
In those months.
Exactly. So I know. So what you're saying is, I know what I'm talking about. Exactly.
But in those months, Jose, in how long? In a year that he's been trying to get you to get a mountain bike.
How many times have you
How many times have you ridden that mountain bike? I mean, that dirt
mountain
bike.
bike?
No, in the year that you've
2
been trying to get
weeks.
him to buy a dirt bike, how many times have you ridden that dirt bike?
Twice.
Three.
Twice.
And I've had it. But I have it. Like, it's,
But that
If he bought a bike, we'd be out riding all just like two of you riding bicycles right now. So we'd be on dirt bikes.
well, but the dirt bike.
And that was like you had made that comment. Oh, it's so much easier to ride around a bicycle. I guess. I mean, you can load a bicycle on the back of your truck just like you load a dirt bike.
But a dirt, so I can get on that bike and ride right now. I
Sure.
almost did it at 2:00 this afternoon. I had a meeting that ended. I had another one that was an hour away, and I was like, I didn't ride this morning. I'm going to go ride for 30 minutes. I'm just going to get 5 miles, 7 miles in, and I'll have my ride in for the day. But I did. I mean, you can't do that on a dirt bike. You have to. Okay, I got an entire day set aside. I got to load it up in the morning. I got to. What? No. What are you saying?
People go to tracks all the time. It's not like a whole day thing.
People do.
Yeah.
Do you?
But if I used to go ride for a couple hours or 4 hours all the time. All the time. You have to have buddies that want to do it. And it's like, all right, hey, Saturday, we're going to go do, whatever. We're going to go to Johnson Valley or, El Mirage. Yeah, let's do it. And then you ride for whatever.
No, I know. I used to do
Same thing.
We used to do the same thing.
We've done it.
I know. We used to do it. We'd go for a ride. I'm just,
You can ride a bicycle right out of your house.
Yeah.
That's true. It's a bicycle. Again, all right. I hope that you guys, that this motivates me somehow to like get on my bike because my kids are always bugging me and it's not like something I don't want to do. But I'm not buying a new bike. I swear to you, I will not own whatever that is behind me. I mean, Jesus, man. I can't even get my wife to buy rock sliders, let alone I'm going to spend that amount of money on something like that. Give me a break.
Well, no, you don't have to have something like that. You don't have to spend that money. But you have to. I'm saying just like the mountain bike itself that you already have. Let's take that. If he gets a mountain bike and I get a mountain bike, let's go find some dirt trails and do mountain biking. See, now you're trying
like,
to
man,
you're deflecting the argument.
I got to get like endurance, dude. I have to be able to just ride around the block at this point.
I know
that's where I'm at.
Then
you guys are like, I did 100 and something miles, like since sweet, like I can't even, again, I'm out of breath just thinking about riding mine down the hill. Like there's a bike trail. I don't know what bike trail it is.
Pacific Electric Trail.
Pacific Electric. Yeah.
It's
right, dude. You're literally.
It's 100 yards from my house. Maybe 200 yards from
your house.
And I've ridden it. I've ridden it over to Cherry, and then I rode it down to, I don't know, like a mile. That's probably the extent of what I've ridden. And it's cool because it's paved and it's nice and flat. But then there's still a slight grade up to my house once I get down there. And it's like, oh, man. I gotta make sure I have enough energy to pedal my ass the 200 yards up a grade. So that's the point. Like, it's the motivation. So draw the line, Matt. That's moderator. Like, he's like rooting for me to stay fat. Yeah, Matt, don't you know
do it,
what,
Matt.
dude? Don't
give
get
in.
caught up in stuff that's probably good for you. Yeah. Just stay stubborn.
Don't give in
and eat your Carl's Jr.
Yeah,
just,
we're all guilty.
That's the thing. Like,
cheers.
I'm still eating ice cream in Carl's Jr. I'm not any thinner than I was. I just feel better about it.
Oh, absolutely. So, look, we'll have to do something. You guys aren't getting me right out. I don't know what you guys did the other day, but it's going to take like a while before I do anything. More than 5 miles.
No, I started with, I want to see if I can do 2.5 miles. And I did a 2.5 mile ride. Okay. Then it was 5 miles. And I did that for a couple days. And then it was.
Yeah, I just watched myself drink out of a straw. That's disgusting. There's like the delay on the screen. And there's me going for that soda. Like, oh, man. How gross.
But it takes time. Like, so the other day, Saturday, when I went up to Matt's house, and on Friday I was talking to him. I'm like, okay, what time do you want to start? I'm thinking about riding my bike up there. And he's like, whatever, okay, you giving me shit.
That's a perfect impression.
Yeah, that was my Matt's impression.
Matt?
And then, but so, I mean, it would be 15 miles and it would be uphill and it would be a push. But when you do 5 miles and then 7 and then 8 and then 10 and then 13,
10, so you can do 15.
Yeah. So we did 13 on Sunday. I could have easily done 2 more miles.
If I was in a, if I didn't have a time constraint, we would have kept going.
You had a meeting.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jose and I have talked about it. Like for me, that the first 2 miles sucks every day. It doesn't matter. Like the first 2 miles, you're like, man, why am I doing this? My knees are bound up. Like, and then you get to mile 3 and you're like, okay, I'm feeling this. By mile 5, you're like, oh, check that out. Look at the birds. It's cool. And then by mile 10, you're like, is it 10 already? I'm almost home. I'm ready. I'm going to keep going. There's been times where I've gotten to 10 miles or 9 miles on the route I had planned and then just blew past the house and went down 2 more blocks and around because I felt good enough to keep going. But that took time. That's taken a month to get to that point. I mean, you don't just get on and ride for 10 miles. I mean, it takes time to get there. At least for me, it did. I mean, I'm sure there's other people that are fit enough to do it, but just being able to do like the first time I did 5 miles, I was like, okay, I feel good about this. But
Not me. I'm dumb. I'm like, I think I can make it to work, and that's 21 miles.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you do a 20-mile ride?
And I just did it. I'm like, well, I have no choice. I have to get to work, so I'm like, I think I can make it to work, and it's 21 miles from my house to my work.
I would do that now. After
you could do it,
yeah,
I could do it, especially coming from my house. It's
mostly downhill. Well, so having a conversation, I've got a friend of mine that does triathlons, and he's like
whatever.
He's like 55.
I don't know him.
He's like, yeah, you do. Steve Cross, my financial advisor guy.
I never met him.
Oh no. So he's like 55, and he does triathlons, and we follow each other on this app, and he like will routinely be like, morning ride, and it's like 48 miles. Like he was saying that like he'll purposely find an incline. He'll go all the way down, ride it all the way back up, and then all the way back down again, just to push himself.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. This guy is super. He's like 55, maybe 57 years old, and still running triathlons. Just ridiculously fit, and he didn't start doing it until he was in his early 40s, and he started doing just running. And then when I talked to him the other day, he was saying how he had no interest in bikes. He was a runner, and then once he started doing the triathlons and riding the bikes, all he wants to do is ride the bikes now. He doesn't want to run anymore. So I'm just saying, I know it's kind of an off topic for us. We talk about off-roading stuff. I think, the gravel bike was meant to be a way to get some dirt in there, like be able to exercise on the street and get some dirt roads. And it does really well on dirt trails. Like I can, as long as I'm not like downhill or hitting, tree roots, I can do pretty good on a gravel road. But now that I'm doing that, taking it to the next step and tying it in with the off-road world, the idea of Jose and I talked about this. So imagine, come on, Matt, this is what we're going to do. So come on.
I don't even like where this is going.
So we'll meet at Cleghorn with our bikes.
Oh, damn.
We'll meet at Cleghorn with our bikes. We'll leave.
I heard you the first time.
Well, yeah, but the look on your face was disgust, and I wanted to make sure.
No, it was disgust.
Meet at Cleghorn with the bikes. We put all the bikes in one truck.
Is it all downhill?
We all the bikes in one truck. We drive up to the top of the hill. Then we ride the mountain bikes down the hill to where the other trucks are. Load it back up and go get the truck we left at the top of the hill. So it would be all downhill.
Yeah, no, that sounds
that
good.
would be fun, right?
That sounds like a good time.
That'd be a good time. So you could do that with like Cleghorn, Big Bear. We just everybody piles into one truck. We go up to the top and then downhill our way down and then drive. So then we would get the off road up, the mountain biking down, and an off road up again
and back down.
Yeah, then we go down the back side and do the same thing or something. You know what I mean? We could do this. So would you be down if it was all downhill?
Yeah, I still got to ride my bike like, to get. I'm still expecting to pedal at some point.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, and I don't want to have a heart attack in front of you guys. That's like my worst nightmare is having a heart attack in front of you guys.
Oh God, because it would be content. It would be.
I would hope I die. I would just hope you just keel over and die.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you CPR, bro.
How long would you guys wait? Because you guys would probably grieve for a week or two, and then you would start. Remember that fat bastard? He said he didn't want to die in front of us.
Oh, dude, the minute the doctor came out, I'd put on Instagram, now taking applications for the third host of the Trailchasers podcast. Like, we got to backfill that seat.
Tim. You know what? You started when you read your blog earlier, and I was like, where's Tim? Where's Tim to listen to this and comment on?
Tim did comment on the actual blog post.
Oh God, please read it.
Oh wow.
He said, "Damn it, I'll go back to the gym, but you didn't have to guilt trip me like that."
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he did read it and comment on it. He's usually quick to jump on the comments, but I mean, it's just. Going back to the core mission of Trailchasers is chasing your adventure, right? And I think we can all agree that
it doesn't sound like an adventure to me. It just sounds like work that's good for you, and it might be semi-fun.
No, you say that, but
I'm saying it.
No, I know,
again and again.
And I'm not saying you're wrong. For
you can hear me, right, Jose?
I got you.
I feel like I'm repeating myself numerous times.
For you, it may not be. But dirt bike riding is an adventure, and paragliding is an adventure, and jet
It's
ski.
funny. It's like that joke you showed me, dude.
Oh, yeah. There's like a meme, and it's a picture, and it's a guy. He's in like a public restroom, and it says, "For a good time, call Frank," or whatever. And so the next picture's him like
thinking about it.
And so he calls, and then it's like the meetup, and it's just this big, brutal-looking dude, like you're going to get your ass kicked. And then the last frame is they're paragliding. It's like, hey, you're the first guy to call. The guy's like, this is the best time I've ever had. Yeah, man, did you know you're the first one to call?
Yeah.
So is the moral of the story there? Every time you see one of those,
call that number.
Call the number, dude.
Call that number.
Hey, I was told that you would provide a good time. And let's get some details in on the good time there. But again, there's so many different ways to adventure, and hiking, kayaking, rock climbing. That
I'm not rock climbing.
No. I was gonna say that.
Yeah, my hands lock up like
Yes.
already. That's
No,
my.
I don't have the upper body strength to pull myself up.
I don't have any of that, and that's what I was going to say. Is you talk about getting winded going upstairs. I think about just trying to stand on my tippy toes. Now imagine being 2 stories up on the face of a mountain trying to hold on for. I'd be like, it's over. Just let it happen. I'm going down.
I don't ever see a scenario where I'm in that situation ever, unless.
What about if we're on a trail?
If there was a bear like chasing me, I would just try and fight the bear, because there's no way I'm going to climb up there
Bears
and
run
then not
faster
die.
than you. Bears run fast. They run like 30 miles an hour. They climb trees like no other. Like there's no. You might as well. Yeah, I think
I'm
your best shot is
just
to fight him.
Just
dude.
snuggle. Just
square up.
Just
maybe he'll like me.
curl up and
That's
hug
true.
him. Just be like, come here, bro. Let's hug
He's
it
gonna
out.
think
Take my shirt off and just go, brother.
No, yeah, he's gonna think that's his brother, dude.
Yeah,
When he sees you, he's like,
that's
"Oh,
true.
Uncle Matt, is that you?
Start wrestling
Wrestling with bears. So when did you start? Because I was talking about getting a bike, and then you were like, "Oh yeah, I've been riding for a while."
So I had signed up for a triathlon earlier this year.
I mean, go on.
What a dick!
I'm sorry. That was sincere.
That was
It was sincere. That's funny because I remember. Because I just remembered, like, oh, that's right, he did.
And I was training for that, and that's why I bought my road bike.
All right, that's it.
Wait, how much did you spend on your road bike?
$400.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's used. I bought a used one.
Okay.
I would have gone used. I could not find a gravel bike. I swear to you, I could not find it.
Did I marry into the Rockefellers?
No, you did not. You did not.
Oh.
But I was training for the triathlon, but COVID canceled that.
What 3 sports are those?
Triathlon.
Was it
swim, bike, and
water
run.
tubing?
And that's chips and guacamole,
Yeah.
enchiladas and tacos, right?
I think it was beer chugging in an inner tube on a river. The second event was beer pong, and then the third one was
Cake stands.
Yeah,
Look, I get it, Matt.
flip cup.
When you look at me walking down the street, you don't think that guy's gonna do a triathlon.
I'm just saying, if I were doing a triathlon, that would be my triathlon.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
So go on. You were
Let's do
training
it.
to.
No, we're doing it. We're all gonna run. We're all gonna do a triathlon. We're all gonna do a triathlon. The three
But
of
I
us.
had been trained, so I had been training on the bike.
You can't make me run.
But I had been training on the bike, and that's why.
I just told you I'd fight a bear.
And that's why I was like, I think I could make it to work, and that's
Yeah.
why I just started riding to work.
Yeah.
So you ride to work now?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
every
I
day?
like twice a week.
Dang.
20 miles.
You ride home from work, or does Letty
No,
come get you?
no, I. So Letty works down the street for me, and then
So she does. You do.
no,
ride
I ride to her work, and then we go pick up Damien after.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's still props.
Yeah.
I just-
20 miles.
I just looked at how far is it to my work? Like it's like 35 miles.
And then a couple of weeks ago, I did the longest ride I've ever done was 39.2.
Dang.
yeah.
And that was like almost 3 hours on the bike.
Yeah.
And I was tired, dude. I was
Oh,
really
yeah.
tired.
I'll bet.
Oh yeah. It's you feel it for sure.
I think that thinking about it, you were like on the street, so you had to stop for lights and stuff like that.
No, I was on the Santa Ana River Trail. So
Oh, okay.
so
See,
it's just
so that seems like more
It's-
viable to me because you're
it's
once you get your
controlled. It's like a
momentum and-
controlled space. So
Yeah.
like you don't have to worry about cars and shit. Like
yeah. Well, and so even in the mornings when I do my rides,
How about bears? You got to worry about bears and
there's
shit.
a lot of those.
Just bunnies.
dude. Yeah.
just bunnies.
I ain't seen you out there yet.
Well, there's gonna be at least one if you're out there.
When I do my rides in the morning, I like purposely set it up so that I only have to cross a main street
Yeah.
like once, and that way like I can minimize slowing down. Although I will tell you, the worst thing is when you're trying.
The chicken nuggets coming,
Yeah.
coming up on you right there.
burping my chicken nuggets. As you're coming up on an intersection and you're starting to pace yourself, you're like, okay, I'm gonna wait. There's a car sitting there, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna catch the light. I'm gonna catch the light, so I
Yeah,
don't have to
yeah.
slow down. And then the light turns green. The car takes off, and you're like, oh shit! And you start pedaling your ass off to get to the intersection, and it turned red before you get there. And you're like, oh damn it! And then you got to stop and the whole thing. But I mean, it's I definitely plan the routes to avoid major streets and places where I have to do like a lot of crossing of intersections. And from here, like if I ride from here down to the Santa Ana River Trail, a couple miles on the trail, and then back up, it's a 10-mile ride. So and that like I'll do that, and that's fun because it breaks it up.
What's that? Like an hour?
Yeah.
40 minutes?
Yeah. I'm averaging 13 miles an hour or so. So if I can do. If I go straight down this, like I can go down one of the roads, and then you hit the Santa Ana River Trail, and it's kind of windy, and
Is that like two Foo Fighters albums?
yeah, it's
One or two Foo Fighters albums?
How many times?
it was a foo and a half.
Mixtape.
How many times do you cry during a bike
Food
ride?
and a half. Only once.
It's a beautiful sunrise.
Yeah,
If-
seeing the sunrise.
If the
Start thinking about the Foo Fighters concert.
yeah, if the right Foo Fighters song comes on as the sun crests over the horizon,
Oh, you can't help it then.
Then
You can't help that.
no, I can't. And then I come home and
See,
I go
man,
give.
how do you not want to see that?
I don't want to have to come down here to go riding with him at 4 in the morning. I gotta go to work, man.
Dude, Jose and I both almost cried on Sunday when we got to that hill to get into that neighborhood.
Oh, dude.
Like it was a steep picture. Like it was almost like a mountain hill. Like you would think it was like we're on a fairly easy incline, and then all of a sudden you cross this one street, and it was like a major. For me, it was major, like to where I'm standing
yeah.
up on the bike, like using every ounce of weight I have to push the pedal down to get up to the very top. And I was like, oh man, that sucked so bad. And then we come over the crest, and it was like, oh my god, whoa, 30 miles an hour down for like a good mile and a half.
Yeah, it was a long.
It was fun. It was worth it. But I mean, again, so I think any of those non 4-wheel drive motored adventures to me is still part of what we're about. You know what I mean? And I don't know if there's people out there, if you're a listener that is into bikes or street riding or mountain biking or stuff, let us know. Drop us a line, Cody@trailchasers.net, and just let me know if it's something that you guys are doing, because I really think that Richard is asking if I wear spandex.
I was going to say, that's a great question.
So,
where do you get your spandex? What color is your spandex?
Amazon.
Dude, trust me, you want that padding on the bicycle.
So I wear the spandex shorts with the padded taint pad because
taint pillow.
The taint pillow. They're playing at Coachella this year.
You guys are losing me.
So the taint pillow.
Taint pillows. I heard they were playing Coachella.
Yep.
Oh,
so
dude, trust me, you want that pillow, bro.
So I wear that, but because I ride in the morning, I have these like adventure outdoor pants. I wear pants over it, and I wear a long sleeve shirt. But I am not afraid at this point. I'm not afraid to wear spandex. Like, I'm into it. I'm good with it. Spandex.
Well, you're already fanny packs already, so it doesn't really.
Oh yeah, I put a fanny pack on for every ride.
You were more than halfway into the door.
Yeah, I was there. I was halfway there.
Oh yeah. No, the spandex, sure, and then go walk around Walmart while you're at it.
Yeah,
with your fanny pack and your spandex
and my helmet's on, and still keep the helmet on,
and the clicky clacky shoes.
Clicky shoes, yeah.
Do you have the clickety shoes?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
the clickety shoes, and you so I was telling
you feel like a cowboy with spurs.
No, last week I went for a ride, and it was what I consider like an exploring day, where I was going to check out a couple. Every time we drive by this one spot, I always want to know, where's that go? So I took off that morning and I went down this dirt trail, and I got to the end, and I got to the end of the trail, and there was a fence and a wash on the other side of the fence, but it looked like there was a paved road next to the wash. So I'm kind of looking, I'm standing up on the bike, and I'm kind of looking to see if there's a way to get through the fence, and I didn't realize my front tire was going flat. So I'm kind of turning, and my front tire washed out, and my feet are clipped into the pedals. And there's a point where you say to yourself, this is happening, and there's nothing I can do about it. And I literally timbered like a tree. Woo! And I landed on my shoulder and just laughed because it was freaking hilarious. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. No one's around.
It happens to everybody.
Yeah, and
then when I was in the hospital getting my shoulder repaired, it was even funnier.
I was going 3 miles an hour. So I was like, damn it, what the hell? And I realized my tire was going flat. So I pulled the tire off the bike. I replaced the inner tube. And when I put the inner tube back in, I pinched the side of the tube and flatted that tube as well. So I pump it back up. As soon as I go to sit on the bike, it's flat again. And I can't figure out what's going on. So I had to call Tammy at 5:45 in the morning.
How happy was she?
She was fine.
She loved it.
And I was like, hey, can you come get me in the truck? And
she was still, you had never shown her your spandex outfit yet.
Oh, she's seen it.
She was excited to see you in the spandex, probably.
Yes, absolutely. But I had to sit down. I was trying to walk out of the dirt. I had to sit down and take the little cleats out of the bottom of the shoes so I could actually walk. And Tammy and Presley had to come get me at 5:45 in the morning because I had 2 flat tires. So,
patch kit, bro.
I
spent all that money on that bike, and they don't have run flats.
I have the patch kit, and I think I was just over it at that point. By the time I changed the one tire and the second one went flat, I was just over it. I was done. And they do have tubeless tires. You can convert that to be tubeless, like a car.
So you put like this liquid in the
slime in there,
like in the tire, and it makes a seal, and you don't have to run a tube.
I just haven't gone that route yet. So.
So you still, because I've seen the slime stuff you put in the tube.
No, this is not the actual slime. But you take the tube out.
You still run a valve.
No. Yeah, you still have a valve, but you have it's a special valve that's got a rubber grommet on the bottom, and you crank it down so it seals at the hole, and then you put you put rim tape all the way around. So
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That was off the cuff. That's some of the funniest shit you ever said.
And then you reach around, and then...
Oh, man.
This was not the plan for this show, by the way.
I love it. You know what?
Tell me more about this biking thing.
Bike conversation got a lot more interesting all of a sudden. Woo!
Honey, I'm going riding with the guys.
Oh,
yeah, but his bicycle's still in the garage.
Oh my god!
No,
yeah,
he's going skiing.
Exactly.
He's going skiing with the guys.
So you put the tape around the rim to seal up the spoke holes, and then you seat the wheel, or you put this fluid in there, and it kind of creates a gasket on the inside, and then air it up. But there's pros and cons to that as well. Like I was talking to a buddy that said that if you go tubeless and you actually cut a tire and you're hosed, you don't have an extra.
Oh, I'd
tire.
be hosed anyhow. Like, well, looking for a bar, till Monty can come and get me. That would be how I picked my routes.
Yeah,
like,
from bar to
just
bar.
Bar to bar.
Okay.
All right.
They do that.
All
by the
right,
way.
let's do it.
They do that.
Let's do it. I will plan out a bar ride.
Oh my! I'd probably die. Like just down the middle of the street.
But you only get one drink per bar.
That would be the motivation to keep going. Like one drink. Yeah. No, that'd be fun. Probably.
Okay. We'll figure out a bar ride.
COVID makes that a little difficult.
Oh yeah, damn it.
Just ride to our friends' house.
I was just gonna say,
And,
call people up and be like, "Hey, we're gonna
beer.
swing by the house. You need to give Matt a beer." But yeah, I think, and then mom and dad being up in Big Bear, I used to go snowboarding all the time. Now they have
but all those ski resorts are all mountain bike right now.
Yeah, they're all mountain bike rides. I've been watching videos of some of the stuff in Bear Mountain and Snow Summit.
Some of the best trail riding on mountain bikes are here in our backyard.
Yeah.
Look,
and there's a bunch.
The one thing I don't want to relive is my snowboarding experience at what is it, Bear Mountain. Not being able to get off the lift without like telling the person next to me, "Look, dude, this literally happened. Hey man, I'm just gonna fall this way. Don't worry about it. I'm doing it on purpose because I don't know how to get off this damn lift." And then I would just tumble over. And imagine, because there's people standing up there like, "Holy shit, what's up with this guy?"
He's somersaulting off of the lift.
Yeah, right. Just right on down the mountain. Yeah, except now I have a bike with me.
You put the bike on a rack.
Yeah.
And then the rack goes, and then you get behind.
Somebody unloads the bike for you.
You don't pre-clip your feet
in
the bike.
No,
and then have to figure out.
Sit on there holding it up in the air.
No, you put the bike, and then you just sit on the
bike. And then there's people up at top that pull the bike off for you.
And those are the ones that make fun of you, like when you fall off the lift.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if you can't get off on your feet, then there's a whole different problem.
I'm a lot older than I used to be. Things are a lot more difficult for me now.
Okay, this is what we're gonna go. We're gonna go. You're gonna get a bike. I'm gonna get a bike. We're gonna rent Matt a bike, and we're gonna go hit.
We can rent.
You can rent. We can
rent
one
them up there.
I will rent you a bike, and if you go, you got to go.
Well, I can't just use my bike and
yeah,
just
you can.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Right, and just tote down just like the bunny slope.
Yes,
like,
that's
just
where I'll be.
Everybody know I'm gonna be over on the slow side. Just leave me alone. And then maybe is there a bar?
Yes, at the bottom of the lodge.
There's at the lodge. Yeah.
We'll go. We'll go. Okay, so we got to find bikes. I got to figure out how to buy a bike.
Yeah.
Get one and start going. I've been scouring OfferUp. I've been scouring.
Yeah, there's nothing. I need an extra large frame.
Yeah, I haven't seen many of those.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
there isn't.
Bummer.
We're gonna break you down. We're gonna break you down, and you are gonna come with us.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, we'll rent you an e-bike, which has a assisted motor.
There you go.
That's what I need.
All right.
Tesla bike, or how about if I just followed you guys on my dirt bike?
On your dirt bike.
Hey guys,
and just showing up at Bear Mountain and be like, no, I know it's a dirt bike.
Yeah.
Trust me, he's just gonna cruise with us.
Yeah, he's not gonna hurt anybody. I'd save money on lift passes.
I don't need your lift.
You can drag us up. You can drag us to the top.
That's right. I could.
All right. Well, so we are going to make this happen. We'll let you know when the official Trail Chaser downhill run is going to happen.
Oh, no. I don't want anybody there. that cancels me out of it.
All right. We will do it in secret and then talk about it afterwards.
Yeah, that's better. I just want you guys to make fun of me.
Oh, that'll happen.
Yeah. We'd have to live stream it for Tim.
Tim doesn't make fun of me that much.
Not yet.
He makes fun of me.
Yeah. He'd probably root for me.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, all right. Well, then I have somebody that would root for me because, he probably relates. We're like kindred brothers.
Kindred spirits.
Yeah.
All right, whatever you say so. Okay, that'll be the end of segment 1. Do you guys need a break?
I'm
No.
good.
All right. We'll do a couple for the live feed. Let's check in with the live feed. Perry G's here. He's late again. Yeah, Perry, we know the bikes are selling out fast. We talked about that 45 minutes ago. Elam's here. Mud Raider's here. Richard Liggett is here. And Richard, you want to see me in spandex. Don't even front. Matt is never too old to fall for peer pressure.
No, I'm primed for it, actually.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do, let's see. I wanted to talk about the Kia thing and anything else.
What's happening to this show? We're talking about Kias and bicycles.
Do we have any reviews, Hose?
No. I checked earlier. There was nothing.
Let me check for voicemails. I don't think we've gotten any voicemails recently. Anything new and exciting going on in the chat room?
People want to see me in spandex, apparently.
Dude,
Just get a fans only account.
I'm telling you.
Or OnlyFans account.
OnlyFans, yeah.
You can make a lot of money, bro.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, here, we do have a voicemail.
Dude,
I do.
what?
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
even
creepy.
want to know.
That was creepy.
Yeah.
Jose, that was creepy.
Was it?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is there's a...
The way you looked at me?
I'm just saying, like, dude, there's...
And the way he said with confidence,
Oh, yeah.
you can make
yeah.
some money.
There's a demand for a certain...
Well, and
know.
if you've...
I mean, that's good to know. I'm glad to know I'll be able to feed my family.
Oh, you can quit your job.
Dude, if you'll make that kind of money, I'll film. I will film. I'll get all up in the fuzz.
Ooh.
I'm just saying, you got
Roadie.
fuzz everywhere. You're a hairy individual.
But you wanted to get all up in my fuzz.
For the right amount of payout.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's a lot of money, I hope.
We have two voicemails, so we can talk about two voicemails, and then we'll do we'll talk about the Kia thing, and then we'll talk about do the two voicemails. You guys good with that?
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, we talked about the Kia Telluride last week, 2 weeks ago. Oh, by the way, you guys got to ride in the Dodge Durango today for the first time.
Very
Thoughts?
nice.
Yeah, nice.
Very nice.
Very
roomy.
Comfortable, roomy. Surprisingly roomy, because you were in the back seat behind me, and you had
No,
a
it was
room.
good. And even the back, like the the third row
Third
seat,
row, yeah.
it seemed like...
Yeah. And I didn't even know it until he got out that he was pulled all the way. Matt was pulled all the way forward because Presley was behind him. He could have pushed back quite a bit too.
Oh, that probably would have been nice. But
Yeah.
still comfy.
But yeah, so far so good with the Dodge. No engine lights. No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we made
Good
it a
for
week.
you
Yeah.
guys.
No four-wheel drive,
No
incapacitated
four-wheel drive
or...
failures.
No countdowns.
Yeah.
That should be the new Ford check engine light. Is like the mushroom cloud of the nuclear. 5, 4.
Well, it's like every time, like, so if we end up getting the Broncos, like every time you turn it on, it's going to be like a slot machine.
Yes.
And it's going to have like the nuclear mushroom. If you get 3 in a row.
If you get 3 horses in a row, the car starts.
Yeah, it starts.
If you get 3 nuclear bombs, it
Wow.
explodes.
It keeps it interesting every day.
So we did talk about the Kia on that episode, about how we looked at the Kia and Kia of San Bernardino and their $12,000 markup. But there was an article that said, and I sent it to Matt and Jose. Did you guys read it?
Yes, I did.
Matt?
I'm reading about Kias.
It
You
says
wanted me to read. Think about what you just asked me to do. Did you read that article I sent you about the Kia? No, I did not.
yes, I
did
know
not.
that you didn't. So CNN Business says that demand for the Kia Telluride SUV is so high, dealers can't keep them on their lots. What was your take on it, Jose?
Dude, I would have never seen that coming. Like it. I mean, it looks nice. I know that. Like I know I've said it before, but that YouTube channel, Primal Outdoor, they did like an overland build on one of those when they first came out last year.
Yep.
And it was just like a slight lift, like you did on the Renegade.
Yeah.
Like the little
puck,
spacer.
yeah.
And then like just some tires, and then a couple like lights on it, and he drove it. I mean, he was pulling a trailer with it. It did okay, I guess. It wasn't like any other 4x. It's not a 4x4. It's
It's an all-wheel drive.
It's an all-wheel drive, but
yeah.
I mean, he overlanded it. I mean, he went on trails and camped out and did everything he needed it to do. I just never thought that it would be that car would be.
Why is it so special? Because it looks cool?
I think it looks cool. It's got a lot of really cool amenities. The user interface.
It's got air conditioning?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
The user interface on the dash was really user friendly. I really like more so than the Ford.
They got SUV of the year. When it came
SUV of the
out.
year, and I think.
Right, why?
Well, and I think a
Why,
part.
why did
I
you
think-
get an SUV of the
Well,
year?
here I think a big part of it is it's not a Ford or a Chevy or a Dodge or a Toyota. It's new. It's something different. It's a different style. It's a different manufacturer that's coming into the market. It has some cool technologies.
Well, the price point for what you're paying for, you get a lot of stuff that you normally would have to pay. Like,
Well, at least at
Originally,
first you did.
yes.
Yeah. Now
So
you
the-
got to pay 12 grand over sticker.
Yeah. I was just going to say the takeaway for me on this article was that it says I just saw it here. It says that they're selling for an average of 8% over or 3% over MSRP. On average, Kia Tellurides sell for 3% over the manufacturer's suggested retail price, according to data from TrueCar. Toyota Highlanders are selling for 7% below MSRP, and Ford Explorers are 8% below. So while other manufacturers are selling below MSRP,
yeah, they're getting above
3% of the $38,000 that we originally talked about is $11,400. It's $12,000 over. So Kias are selling for $12,000 more than MSRP.
Your math is wrong, but I'll let you.
No, I did the math on a calculator.
You said 3%. 3% is not 11,000 of 38,000.
No.
No, you're right. It's 11,400, 1,100, 400. I added a zero, right?
What are you talking about?
38,
400,000.
38,000
guys are
times 0.03
Confusing.
is 1,140.
1140,000.
1140,000. How do I finance that?
For 1172 months.
Exactly. I'm no math scientist.
I am not a math scientist.
But that sounds like I'm paying a lot of money for a Kia.
But ridiculous, right? I mean, it's crazy that the article said the vehicles went from truly a throwaway car where you wouldn't buy it to run wheels. You'd run it till the wheels fell off of it. Now people are buying these things because it's in some cases a luxury automobile.
Hey, but me and Letty were talking about it. Since they were advertising it for a certain price, didn't they have to sell it to you for that price?
Well, it says on the website MSRP asterisk. I went back when I came back. I went right back to it and looked, and it says MSRP asterisk.
Okay.
And there's
'Cause
an
if
asterisk someplace on the website.
If it didn't have that, then that's what they would have to.
Somewhere on the website, there's the asterisk that says prices vary. Local dealers set prices.
Okay.
So
When I think of asterisks, I think of like Babe Ruth hit 60 home runs in 154 games, and then Roger Maris, he got an asterisk because he got 61, but he had 7 more games to do it. So that's what I was trying to make a joke there. Like,
work.
with the Kia, you got.
When I think of Asterex, I think of that trailer from Syndicate.
Asrex. That's right.
Asrex 1.
Asrex 1. If you don't know what we're talking about, Asrex 1, go back to the
Those were the days.
adventure.
That was before
Expo.
COVID.
4-wheel drive expo. Yeah, that was
The
the
adventure.
last thing before COVID.
That was in February, right?
Yeah, end of February.
There was a time before
There was
COVID.
There was a time before COVID.
Was I alive for that?
You were. So we've got a really long voicemail from Dave from Oregon about his Ranger. We'll listen to some of it and see. Let's see. It's a minute and 42. It's not too bad. Let's see what.
Please let it be the car. It's like it blew up.
Let's see what Dave's got going on. Ready?
Hey guys. Oh boy. Sorry.
Oh,
hey guys. It's Dave from Oregon. You can call me Ranger Dave from Oregon if you want.
All right.
Sorry about messing up that intro. It's been a long day, a lot of talking at work, so my tongue's tired. Just curious if you've ever heard of liver noise or liver noir, or it's French maybe, livoire noir, motorsports and engineering. They make a tuner for the Ford Ranger, and a lot of guys and gals, I guess, on Ranger5G.com have been raving about how good of a tuner it is. It helps with the shift points. You could change the tire diameter size, and I guess it adds a lot of oomph to the engine on there. Just curious if you guys heard of it, and if you consider maybe having someone from the company come in and do one of your interviews with them. I'd be interested to kind of hear about what goes into their tunes and what they do to make them safe, so you don't blow the engine up and those kind of things. Because I know Ford makes one. Doesn't seem to be as good as this one, but it does maintain the factory warranty if you pay Ford dealership $200 to plug the damn thing into the OBD2 port and hit program. It's ridiculous. It really is what they charge for that. But apparently it doesn't void the warranty. Anyway, you know, if the tune is good and it's healthy for the engine, it's going to keep the engine running good anyway. You don't have to worry about it. But I'd like to hear from those guys. You do really good interviews, and anyway, that's it. Thanks.
All right.
So did he say tater?
Tuner.
Tuner.
A tuner for the program.
I was like, what is he talking about?
It's special tater tots.
Yeah, tater tots. I was like, that's what I heard.
No, he's talking about the tuner. So,
once he kept going with the voice, but I was like, what is he calling it?
Yeah. No,
Tuner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tuner. So, no, Dave, I've not heard of that company. I'm definitely interested in reaching out and having a conversation. Shoot me an email with the name of the company because I have no idea what you were talking about.
He said Liver Motorsports.
Yeah,
or?
I don't know, something French. No, shoot me an email, Dave. I'll reach out to him and see if we can get him on the show. The only I have not even considered a tuner on the Ranger because I don't know that I need it. Like I can't imagine needing. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it, but it's worth a conversation for sure. So send me an email with their information, and I will reach out and see if we can't get them on the show. All right, we've got another voicemail here from Evan. Let's hear Evan.
Hey guys, this is Evan from the Guns, Oil, and Dirt podcast. I just want to say love the show. Give a shout out to Matt and Jose. If you guys like conspiracy theories, why don't you give me a listen? But seriously, love what you guys are doing. Enjoy the videos and pictures you guys post on Instagram, and I hope you guys keep it up. It's really inspiring. You guys are one of the podcasts that made me make my own podcast. So thanks a lot, guys.
Sorry.
Have a good day.
Yes. Sorry, Evan. This is a rabbit.
I'm sorry that we are your inspiration.
Yes. This is a rabbit hole you probably didn't want to go down.
Have you tried other podcasts? Like, I didn't even know about conspiracy theories until I heard you guys. And now I can't. I'm on so many forums.
Bob Lazar got vindicated.
I lost my job.
Bob Lazar got vindicated.
What?
They came out. NASA came out officially saying it's otherworldly crafts.
No. The Pentagon came out.
Yeah, but NASA did too.
Evan, see what you do.
Hold on.
No. Wait, yeah.
Stop the podcast. What? NASA?
Yes.
I don't.
Dude, they have a picture of a cube, like a cube craft background with the sun. From NASA.
Evan.
The National.
Was it NASA or Mexican NASA?
No.
NASA.
No, that's what you make.
Whoa.
Why can't Mexico have a NASA of their own? And it would just
Can we call it something other than massa, please?
No. Well,
we make tamales out of that.
Oh, masa. Yeah, there you go.
See?
It's masa.
Okay.
It's not NASA. It's masa.
Yeah. See, it's okay again.
Thank you.
But what?
Doubles.
No.
They make tamales in space.
No.
Space
Okay,
tamales.
we're done.
Space tamales.
Space tamales are done.
That's the Spaceball sequel.
No.
Space tamales. They're
Starring
probably
Benicio del
delicious.
Toro.
They're probably delicious.
Well, Evan.
Sorry, I missed the title of his podcast.
It's the Guns, Oil, and Dirt podcast.
Oh, okay, yeah, I saw that came across my feed.
Did it?
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to check it out. So, Evan, thank you for calling in. I appreciate
sure.
it. We're sorry that you went down this rabbit hole because your life will never be the same. You'll be stuck in it. And hit us up. Let us know when the next episode.
You ever been stuck in a rabbit hole?
You want to?
Seriously, Evan, look what you did.
I never got out.
Is this Evan's
I'm
plan?
saying-
This is Evan's plan. Evan's plan
Been
is.
stuck in the same rabbit hole for decades, dude. I don't even know how to get out.
I think Evan's
I don't know,
plan
up
was
or
to
down.
ruin this show by getting you guys off topic on conspiracy theories and rabbit holes.
Oh man, good one.
Well,
Nice.
Thanks, Evan. Everybody go check out Guns, Oil, and Dirt and tell him that you heard about him here on the show and give him a listen. All right. Anything else? Anything else coming up that we got to talk about? And we have no more reviews. I don't know.
I gotta go. Apparently, I gotta go looking up NASA cubes in space and space tamales or space matzo, whatever it is. I got some research to do on the toilet later, so let's wrap it up.
Let's hurry up. So thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you for joining the live feed and hanging out for this absolute ridiculous nonsense. And thank you to those that are listening on the show. Please go to iTunes or any of the other podcast feeds that allow you to do reviews. You know what we don't check? We don't check Stitcher. I'll make it a point to go check Stitcher and some of the other podcast apps.
Do they allow?
I think so. On like Stitcher and some of the other, Spotify does, but we never go on there and check. Do us a favor, leave us a review and send us some voicemails at 951-394-DIRT and leave us an email at thetrailchasers@gmail.com and we'll try to get some more feedback. And so I had a really good meeting with one of our sponsors that this week that rolled into another meeting with the other sponsor, and we've had some.
So you talked to Icon and
Nexon.
Yeah, yeah. I don't.
Way to be cryptic.
No. I
As
wasn't.
soon as you said which rolled into the other one, that kind of
I talked to a sponsor of
killed it.
ours, and then I talked to the other one. I can't tell you who, but
I had to keep things on the down low. But let's just say,
but everything we have is presented by these two companies.
I was not intentionally trying to be cryptic. It just came out of my mouth. So I met with Nexon and Icon this week. We talked about some upcoming things that we want to try to do in the next 6 months or so. I'm excited about it. We're going to have some follow-up meetings to see if we can actually pull it off. But it will be an opportunity for us to do some more giveaways, some more contests, some more trail rides, some more interactive stuff in the community, which, it's hard to do right now, but we're trying to come up with creative ways to do it in a small, intimate, safe way.
think we can get a taint pillow sponsor. I mean, let's try and get me out on the bikes, guys. And see if we can get a nice XL taint pillow.
And with that, thank you. The taint pillow. Come on, dude.
That's the name of the episode.
It's gonna be called Taint Pillows and Space Tamales.
I'm gonna write it.
Yep. Oh, that's
Taint
that's
pillows.
going in the intro, dude.
And
Taint pillows and space tamales. Space tamales. Yep.
I don't know. The rim job and reach around was better.
Yeah, that was good too.
But
It's a good episode.
We shouldn't put
As
that
soon
in
as
the. We shouldn't put that one in the intro though. We don't want to scare people off. Up at the
I'm
beginning.
putting space tamales.
Yeah,
dude.
space tamales I'm good with, but the
Taint pillows.
The reach around, I'll squeeze it in somehow.
Oh shit. Later adventure centric. Perry G, Mud Raider. Thank you guys, John. Thanks for showing up. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. there's a lot of CubeSats up there, made here locally, made here in on Earth. So don't
here in Eastvale.
Yeah, made here in Eastvale.
That's why you trust, but you verify.
Yep. Trust but
Well,
verify.
who do you verify
Well, you gotta do your own
CubeSats with?
the CubeSat.
Elon Musk?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know that guy.
All right. We're gonna stop the live feed now, and thank you everybody for hanging out with us. Appreciate it, and we will talk to you next week.
Later.